Okay, so one time I was at work and my boss came in my office and he asked me was I single. I said why. He said just a curious question. I said I'm okay, but yes I am. Ever since then he continued to ask me out on movie nights and all my favorite places. Mind you, IDK how he knows all these things. Most of my coworkers I had lunch with was complaining about him also, and he just kept asking. Next day I went to work. He kept insisting that I give him a hug every day in the morning before clocking in and heading to my office, until he thought it was okay to touch my ass, and I punched him in the chin and proceeded to my office. After work that day I decided to go and talk to the police about it. The next day I came into work, and while I was on the way in, the police, with my boss in handcuffs, was on the way out. Comes to find out that was my boss's twin brother. He was arrested before for sexual assault and he killed my boss, and have been acting like him for a few months.
My middle school was filled with fucking annoying ass fake ass bitches. This one time in 8th grade, I got up to use the bathroom while we were taking a test. At the time, I had this fake ass bitch asshole ass dumb ass big fucking ears ass flat ass friend. We had the same crush and she secretly hated me for it. After I came back into the class from the bathroom, I was chewing some gum, and my crush was sitting behind me. I got up from my seat to throw out my gum wrapper. Little did I know the bitch asshole wanted to get back at me for coming for her man. When I got up from my chair, my crush started laughing and said she shit her pants in front of the whole class. Keep in mind it was quiet. Every head started laughing. I looked at my seat and there was a chunk of chocolate bar on my chair. I looked at the fake asshole and I instantly knew what she did. She was laughing too. I was so embarrassed. The fucking raggedy ass old ass history teacher sent me to the nurse. Bitch. But that's not where the story ends, hoes. I knew where that ugly hoe Michaela lived. Yeah, I'm exposing her ass. After school I popped out at her house and her mom let me inside. When she came home from soccer practice, her bed was filled with roaches. 'Cause that's what she is. A fucking dumbass roach.
This one time when I was little I thought I could talk to trees, because I had no friends, and I used to sit by them and say things, and one day I was talking to my tree friend called Kevin, and this girl went up to me and said, "Are you talking to that tree, freak?" And I started crying and hugged onto the tree. And while she was laughing, one of the branches fell on the girl's head. Thanks, Kevin.
When I was younger I was in Walmart and I was eating a tube of Pringles and I ate them while my mom paid, but I forgot to let the guy scan them, so I walked out the Walmart and the alarm went off and I just started running because I got scared, and my mom couldn't find me because I was hiding behind the newspaper things, and the Walmart people called the police because I was missing, and when I hear them show up I thought I was a criminal, so I left my mom a note on the newspaper that said I went to Mexico to start a new life and not come looking for me, and then I took off running with my Pringles and ran for like an hour, and then the cops saw me walking down the road so they pulled over, so I started running again, and then they were using the car intercom thing and they told me to stop running. So when I did, I thought they were gonna put me in handcuffs and take me to jail, so I was crying and I slapped the officer in the stomach and tried to run again, but he just held me back, and when he asked me what happened to me and I told him, he started crying because he was laughing so hard. And he just gave my mom $2 for the Pringles and he was still laughing when he left. And that's the time I was a wanted criminal.
This is my personal story. I went on a date with this boy this summer. It was going really well and I was so excited. He took me to play mini golf. He started standing weird as hell, so I was like, the fuck? Are you okay? He said that he couldn't help it and that he was sorry. I realized his rat was showing. I laughed awkwardly and he said that I caused it. I literally was just playing this game. What the fuck do you mean I caused it? He took me to his house and we were sitting there. He whipped out his ugly ass rat. I looked and threw up a little in my mouth. He asked me to give him that gawk combo 3000. Bitch, get your Chuck E. Cheese hairy rat looking thing away from me before I grab scissors. I can't believe it looked like that. Why was it curved to the left? Bitch, the fuck is that ugly ass shit? Suck it yourself. I said no, but he kept persisting. He got really creepy, so I literally ran from him. I turned into Usain Bolt. I said, you wanna see some real speed, bitch? I'll show you some real speed. I got lost in his big ass house, but I eventually made it out. Mans was packing. I can't lie, but I was so disturbed. He just asked me to hang out again. I will not hang out with a man who is turned on from a girl literally just playing golf. The fuck? Go watch Tiger Woods then if you like golf that much, you weird ass boy. No wonder his ex left him. I now identify as lesbian. Like seriously. There was this one girl who didn't like me but liked my best friend. She would try to take my best friend away from me and always sabotage shit for me to get closer to my best friend. She told everyone that I was really flat and that I would stuff my bra. Even though she wasn't wrong. She had no business telling that to anyone, that piece of fucking shit ass fuck bitch ass. Anyways, one day she crossed the fucking line and told everyone I had constipation like the fucking lying bitch that she is. That was the last straw, bitch. Because I go to a trashy ass public school with disgusting ass kids. The bathrooms were so bad and usually filled with shit or clogged. During an assembly we leave our bags in class and go off to the assembly. Instead of going off with the rest of the class, I stayed back and took that bitch's spoon that was in her bag and brought it to the restroom where I shoved the spoon into the shit infested toilet. I know I'm going to hell for this one, but honestly that bitch deserved it, deadass. I placed the spoon back in her lunchbox and when everyone returned to the assembly it was recess time, and let me tell you, when that bitch opened her lunchbox the smell of shit wiped out the whole class. Even the teacher died internally and I low-key felt my liver shut down. Everyone saw her spoon with diarrhea all over it. No regrets. It's what that paper cut lip fucktard deserved for all the shit she did to me. Ugly ass ingrown toenail fucking bitch.
So one time in 5th grade, it was my BFF Jackie's birthday. She brought these cupcakes that looked mad good. When it was snack time, the teacher told Jackie she could pass her cupcakes around and could pick one person to help her. Every bitch had their hand up, but this one hoe named Maggie was yelling, "Pick me, pick me." This dumbass picked Maggie. When they were passing out the cupcakes, Maggie gave me a crusty vanilla cupcake. The frosting was all lopsided too. Like what the fuck? I wanted chocolate. I was so fucking mad I didn't even sing happy birthday with the class. When recess came along, Jackie and Maggie were playing together. I was sitting on the bench, and the bitch didn't even ask me what was going on. I was so pissed, guys, OMG. So when the hoes were on the playground, I pushed them both down the slide. But the thing is, there was a puddle at the bottom cause it had rained. Their asses were all wet so they had to go get a new pair of pants. I don't give one fuck if it was her birthday. If you bitches are watching this, you deserved it.
One day my mom and I were getting ready to the nail salon. My mom was taking for fucking ever and I took a nap when I woke up, which was a few hours later. My dad came in the house and wouldn't talk or look at me when I tried to welcome him home. He went straight to my mom's bedroom. I was knocking on the door but my mom and dad both told me to go away and I was really getting annoyed by not knowing what was going on, so I knocked louder. Then my parents started fucking yelling at me to go away. A few minutes later pass and I walk up to their door and I hear moaning. I got scared and started crying to my sister, telling her I don't want another sibling, and lol, she told me to shut the fuck up, LMAO. Hours later pass and my parents finished doing it and I walked in their room, and when I tell you the whoosh of funk I smelled when I walked through the door, I thought I was gonna die. I thought about it and I never went in their room again. In middle school the popular kids went through this really fucking weird but kind of funny phase where they would scream so loud when they had to sneeze. This one girl was so loud, oh my god, she'd literally straight up scream before she sneezed. Like instead of the ah ah chew it'd be like a chew. Back when I was in 3rd grade, I thought you got pregnant when someone kisses you, so I would always refuse to let any of my family members kiss me in fear of that. One day my grandpa surprised kissed me on the cheek and I freaked out and started crying. I went to school the next day telling everyone that I was pregnant by my grandpa. When I got home I went to my kitchen and grabbed a knife and stuck it up my coochie to try to kill the baby. It hurt so fucking bad, like I can't even describe the pain. Blood was everywhere and I was screaming, so my mom rushed in and saw a knife sticking out of my cooch. She rushed me to the hospital and I had to go into an emergency surgery, and now I can't have kids. One time when I was in 4th grade I told my friend that I liked her brother and she got so mad that when we were at the lunchroom at school the next day she grabbed the microphone and announced loudly to the whole school that I liked him. He obviously heard it, so he got up and walked to the other side of the room and started kissing me. I didn't know what to do, so I kissed him back. 2 days later I was sitting in my room and I heard something outside of my house. I looked out the window and saw nothing. Then I heard the front door open and assumed it was my mom. A few minutes later, a bunch of cops were in my house holding the girl in handcuffs. She tried to break in to stab me with a knife but my neighbors saw and called the cops. I've been dating her brother for 3 years now and she's in a mental hospital. So one time I agreed to talk to this boy because I didn't want to hurt his feelings and I've known him for a long time, so I agreed to talk to him. But he always wanted to FaceTime every single night, but I hate FaceTiming people I don't like, so I would just make up excuses not to call him, but when I didn't I would just go on mute or say that something came up and I'd hang up. But it got out of hand when he started to call me his girlfriend to his friends and I was not about that, so I had to end it, but I didn't want to hurt his feelings, but he was so clingy and I hate clingy people. So I typed up a whole paragraph pretending to be my dad, saying that he doesn't want us to be boyfriend and girlfriend and he doesn't want us talking ever again and that I can't date until I am 21. Then I texted him after pretending I still wanted to be with him, but my dad wouldn't let me. But to be honest, the main reason I ended it with him was because I saw a picture he posted on his Snapchat story with him and his friends. And the one friend was really fine, so in reality I stopped talking to him because I wanted his friend. My best friend had asked me to come over her house, so I did, and she had an older brother named Luis. He would always look at me and I'm not gonna lie, it turned me on because he was hot. But one day my best friend was sleeping and I went to the bathroom. And I walked on him showering and he pulled me inside and we did the nasty, and weeks later I ended up pregnant. Till this day my best friend doesn't know my son is her nephew.
One time when I was 5 or 6, a teacher found a pair of shitty underwear in the bathroom and all the teachers had to line up their students to find out which kid needed to be sent home. My teacher literally went round the class putting her hand into our pants to make sure we had underwear on. I'm still pretty traumatized from feeling her crusty, dusty old woman hand in between my ass cheeks. Anyway, it got to the last kid in my class and my teacher put her hand in his ass, and when she pulled her arm out it was covered in shit. The kid was crying, so was the teacher. One student threw up and I caused a chain reaction and everyone was throwing. It was so gross. The vomit smell was there for weeks.